Okay, so this is how it's made golf balls explained easier.
Different types of golf balls deliver different results.
So it's just saying how highly skilled golfers used a wound ball. And other players use a two-piece ball, which is a ball covered in core-piece material. And it's saying that the golf balls come a long way because the first one was made of feathers, and that was what is inside it now, rubbery feather. And then they put it and mix it with chemicals to make a batter, and then cool it between steel drums. Then they roll up the rubber and then push it into this machine called a extruder. And there's this thing inside that makes it go through a die. And what that does is it makes it a marshmallow shape called slugs, and it sends it to a compression mold machine. And right now, a worker's putting the slugs into the holsters so they can get cooked into the golf ball shape. And when it closes, it pushes up into the top of the moral, applying over a ton of pressure. And it's cooking at 107 degrees Celsius, and baking it for exactly 13 minutes hardens the core. And then after it's cooled water, then a worker puts plexiglass over it, and then vacuums up the ball shapes with the vacuum. So only the ball shapes, and then the extra rubber, they recycle it later. And the slugs have now been transformed into a solid core. And this is a robot transporting a core to another mold to put on the dimpled core, which forms the outside shell of the golf ball, which I said with the dimples, which actually helps it travel farther if you didn't know. And that's inside of the ball with its core and the shell, and you can kind of see in my cursor like the first layer and then the outer layer of plastic of the core. And just a fun fact, the molding generates 4 dozen golf balls every minute. So these golf balls roll into a bin, which funnel them to a golf ball elevator, which they go on their way to get cleaned up by like getting off the extra plastic on the golf balls, if you can see, like right there. This is an automatic miller that removes the excess plastic. I don't know how it worked. I feel like maybe the things that pick it up when it pulls it away, and that's before milling and after milling. And I'm assuming that like then it shuffles it towards a chute. And if the ball is not smooth and uniform, it doesn't go through the hole, which is actually pretty cool. And then a wheel rolls the golf balls towards a stamping machine. And those pads, they soak up ink from the plate and transfer it to the balls. And they brand each ball with a player number, the company name, and the model type. And violet light hardens the ink. That blue violet light hardens the ink. Then they dump the balls into a big bin. Then they funnel them to another stamping machine to do custom logoing. Then this automatic machine sprays the balls with polyurethane while they're spinning, and it protects it. And it protects the ink logos, like while you're hitting it and stuff. And then this robot transfers it to this drying rack. and they cook at 66 degrees Celsius for exactly 5 minutes, and then they get released at the end,
That's the technique behind a golf ball.
and
Playing your golf.
that's it. And that's how it's made. Golf balls explained easier. Thank you for watching.
Different types of golf balls.
Bye.